Good evening, Shalom.
Hey, Deborah. Good evening.
How are you? Hi, Justin.
Deborah, what do you think about the title?
Yeah, that's good. That was a beautiful post with your Hanukkah. That was so pretty. I love that. That post you made about Qatar is something else.
It's like every day you learn something new. You discover something new.
Yeah. But like you listen to the stuff that Tucker Carlson is coming out with. Oh man, is that a whole load of trash?
Do you know, I wonder, Deborah, when will people wake up? If they wake up.
It's shocking. It's shocking. Listen, I was in a space, Eli's wife? She had a space yesterday, and then a friend of ours was in there, and I've argued with him before. He holds all these ideas, right? But he's actually brave enough to kind of talk or argue with us. Uh, I mean, he's saying shit like the Indians want to take over the world. Like, like kind of India and Israel are the enemy. I guess he has some Pakistani friends. I don't fucking know. It's and there was nothing we could say to him. He was just it's like he believes they're saying. Um, Like probably Tucker Carlson. I should have asked.
And what is the situation in Canada? Are people starting to wake up?
Oh, I don't know. It's a mixed bag here. Uh, we're pretty like infiltrated, like with in the government and stuff. But our only like savior really is that we border the states and that Trump hopefully won't tolerate much. But did you see the arrest they made in Toronto? Those guys, they're all linked to ISIS, and their plot was they've been trying to kidnap Jewish girls, and they were arrested more than once with guns and everything, and they were like let out on probation and stuff, and they were just arrested again. And then the Toronto police came out with a statement saying that, oh, the Jewish community is not in danger. It's like, what?
Yeah, I'm speechless. Is it because they say that they're not in danger because it was meant towards Jews?
Well, then obviously the Jewish community is in massive danger if they're foiling these plots. Like, I don't know what they're trying to prove here. Like, they should be actually saying that you guys are in danger and you should be vigilant, like giving them like warnings and instead of telling them that they're safe. Meanwhile, they're arresting people like this.
I mean, like every country should have a red line. You know, that this is it. you cannot cross this line. And I think what happened in Australia was that the line was crossed. I was watching a YouTube, I think it was on YouTube, a video that Albanese was coming to say a few words, and people booed at him and saying that he was not
Yeah.
welcome because he is not welcome. The guy, he never acknowledges that it was a terror attack. He even said lost. We remember the lost. What do you mean they lost? How did they didn't get lost, you know? It's like you go and you can't find the people. They were murdered.
Yeah. And here's the thing, like, was it the very next day those or whenever the memorial was happening at the beach, and they caught those guys on the way there with guns and stuff? What the hell? Like, they like, literally, the country should be, like, freaking out right now. Like, it's like they're just ignoring stuff. Like, they couldn't even pull those guys over, they had to ram the car. Like, and that's barely in the news. It's wild. Man, I don't know. I would be terrified if I was part of the Jewish community in any of these large cities right now. This is unbelievable.
Yes, we have a lot of anti-Semitism. It's on the rise. But
Are you finding a lot of people moving back to Israel or moving to
yeah, oh
Israel, like,
yes,
for the first time kind of thing?
yes. What was that? I think it was Friday. I
Uh-huh.
went out, before the Shabbat to do a few things.
Right.
But it was a nice day. It wasn't raining on Friday. So I went there. I did my things, and then when I came back, I had to take another bus to the train station. There is a big compound in Ashkelon, a huge one. It's a huge shopping center. So there was a woman waiting for me, and we waited for the bus, waited and waited. And then I approached her. You have to understand something about Israelis. Um, it's okay for us, like, we come and we talk, small talk, and we talk to one another. It's not like in overseas everybody doesn't speak. So I said to her, I don't know her name, I said to her, do you wait for a bus, this and this bus? And she said yes. She said, well, check the app, something's wrong. It says that he went somewhere else. He changed the course. And she didn't know what to do, and I asked her, where are you from? And she said, I'm from Sweden. The woman is from Sweden, a returning resident. That means she was an Israeli. She's still an Israeli, okay? She left the country, and then she decided to come back, to return. And she lives in a small village close to Stockholm. She said it's horrible what's going on there with the Muslims. So she didn't know what to do. So I said to her, like, let's do, like, change of course. We'd take the other bus, and then we can meet this bus from a different station, and we did it. So she was with me. She wanted to go to the same place I wanted to go, so she was with me. But I think she's very happy to be here.
Yeah, you're probably going to see a big influx now. It's crazy.
So this is why I named this space today, the space/podcast. I named it East West Unfiltered because it's not just the Middle East, it's also the West problem. I'm talking, Canada, the States, a little bit of Europe that it hasn't gone yet, Some countries are still okay there. Um, and people, yeah, because people think that if I always say, like, they say, oh, it's just against the Jewish people, so it's okay, it's nothing to do with us. But you have to understand it's a lot to do with also the Christians are going to be next. And I was sitting today at home, trying to think of a post. Ask yourselves two questions, okay? One, those of you, because there are people who still think that they're good Muslims, believe it or not, even Israelis, they cannot come to my space because they cannot, if you know what I mean. Um, so have you ever seen any condemnation? Has any Muslim condemned the terror attack, any terror attack towards Jews, also towards Christian in the Christmas market? Did any Muslim condemn it? This is question number
No.
one. Okay. Question number one, very important. Question number two, who are those attacks? Oh, who are they targeting? Okay. Are they targeting Muslims? Of course not. Because it's against non-Muslims. It's against the infidels. Okay, so I'm an infidel. Fine. But I guess our IQ is a lot higher than an inbred. So if I'm an infidel,
You're worse than an infidel. You're living in Israel. You're a Zionist infidel. You got a couple badges there. I'm a Zionist too, though. Yeah. But yeah, you're completely right. And you got to look at what is the motivation for killing these people? What's it based on? I mean, they live in completely different parts of the world. All of these, like, all these attacks, it doesn't discriminate in countries, certain countries. It's all over. Yeah. It's attack on the West, on Western values. It's and nobody holds Western values more than Israel. It's the only country in the Middle East that holds these values. Like it's so important to maintain this because if that falls and if the US falls in any sort of way, the world is pretty screwed, really.
yes, you're absolutely right. Thank you, Angel, for what you wrote. You're the same. And it's all about, in a way, when you have to understand what's going on with Islam and versus the West, versus the educated people. Okay. It's about saving lives. What we're doing every day, if even you, Deborah, you know, um, we want to save lives. We want to help people understand what is Islam. Islam is not, again, it's not a religion. It's a cult. It's a cult. Now I'm trying to understand, please help me. And yes, today I wrote, I tagged this group, Aboriginal News in Australia. And they're like, also, all the posts are about pro-Pally and like Israel is so nasty. Oh my God. So I responded to them and I welcomed them to my spaces because I want to understand, why do groups like these, okay, follow pro-Pally? Why? What makes them believe the Fakistinians, this narrative?
They hold the colonizer narrative. That's what it is. It's like the indigenous here in Canada, like the native Canadians, it's the same thing. They're all pro-Palestine because of that. They think that they're living under the thumb of the colonizer the same way, same narrative.
And those groups, the Canadians you were mentioning, they don't understand what Islam is about.
I don't think they care, you know? It's just that certain, I don't know what it is. They're just the anti-West, anti-white, anti-Christian. That's where they kind of bond on, I guess. A lot of times, especially here. That's what I see. Yeah, oh, I was the lawyer was Native Canadian, and the one that called me a colonizer in court. It was like, what?
So these groups are basically wanting to cut the bench they're sitting on.
I don't understand.
It's like they want to destroy the country that they're living in.
Yeah, because they think we destroyed it. So, you know, they want to put it back, or I don't know. Do you see in South Africa when they gave everything back to the natives? Everything is gone to shit. The whole infrastructure is crumbled. They
I
also
heard
ally
stories
with the
about South
Palis.
Africa.
Sorry,
Sorry, Deborah.
I'll go for it.
No, you first.
Oh, I was just saying that they also ally with the Palis, remember? Especially after October 7th.
Yeah, about South Africa, I understand. Uh, Today was a shooting there in Johannesburg, and I read the comments of people here writing, and they were saying that in South Africa, people actually have electrical fences in their homes. That says a lot.
Oh, anybody that's like white there is in such danger. I talked to a couple here on Spaces. They're totally afraid every day. That would be almost like you guys trying to survive if you just opened up all the borders, kind of thing. Like that's wild. Oh, Weiser's here.
Yeah, I gave him the mic. Hey, Wiser, what's up?
Hello, hello everybody. Um, Nothing special, just we are spending time with friends here and there with families for Yalda night, which is tonight, which is the longest night of the year. And Persians used to celebrate it because we believed that there is a new sun after the longest night of the year, which is born tomorrow. and people wanted to stay uh, uh, until late, and have snacks, fruits, dry fruits, and celebrate it. So they are helping the light to overcome the night. Um, so this is the sort of philosophy and the view to the world that we are missing for hundreds of years in real life. Yeah, after submitting to this cult. So, I hope if you have any friends or family from Iranian descent, possibly it worth if you sometime next year, maybe next time, join them and stay with them for a long night to fight with the darkness. And I hope we do the same in real life, fighting with this darkness which has taken our lives. Yeah.
All this is so beautiful. And it just happened to be that tonight we lit all the candles.
Is it?
Yeah, we had the Chanukiah filled with.
Yeah.
It's still beautiful just to
Yeah.
stand
Yeah.
there and to see the
Yeah.
Chanukiah and like share the light.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was
So it
thinking
means,
about that. Does it
yeah.
always line up that you have all the lights on the longest night of the year?
No, no, it
Oh,
doesn't.
it's just
It
interesting.
depends because we go by the Hebrew calendar.
Oh, right.
We
Okay.
go by the moon, so it's different.
Okay, I wondered though, because I thought, oh, it's the longest night, and it's like you guys have all the candles today. But that's beautiful about the Persian customs. I love that.
Yeah, I will share with you the picture of the table we have. We have a special table with settings like putting fruits, dry fruits, and the color of this night is red and orange and these sort of things. We are missing few fruits, which is usually there, but it's okay. We have most of it. But I really pray everybody will be successful in fighting with the darkness. So yeah, and I think possibly it's also very close to Christian calendar in terms. There are similarities, Christmas, Yalda, and some other celebrations from other cultures. I think possibly they have similar roots. Jewish calendar. I'm so sure there are lots of commons in those, because anyway, the Jewish calendar also should be following, although it's lunar, but it should have similarity with ancient Persian calendar in celebrations. So yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah, I will share you the pictures after.
Well, thank you. I really hope that something will be changing and the regime will go. It's a must.
It is, yes, it is. Yeah, it is. Yesterday, they executed a young man. Everybody was, every day, and today they have, detained another person. So, yeah, the guy who was executed, his uh, his fault was taking picture from a building which turned to be a military base, but he didn't know. And because he was an architecture student, so usually these people take pictures from buildings, and they took him in custody, and and it turned that his family and himself are supportive of the Reza Shah Pahlavi, the opposition group, and for that reason they killed him. And they said he is spying for Israel or these sort of things, which is not true. So yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult and bloody. And today another person was again detained. Yeah.
That's so awful. I'm sorry. That's why people don't see this.
Yeah, but this is what they do in Iran, in every Muslim country. Wiser, we're talking about the danger for the West.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was in fact by accident. I was reading a part of Quran just last night, and I noticed that. Sorry, I'm in a meeting as well. If you hear something in background, it's from that meeting. It's a training course, so it's and it was terrified me, to be honest. I never looked at it in this angle. Sometime I will share it with you. Um, it's about social justice and qisas, or um, when they kill someone to basically, because I don't know what's the word, but if someone kills someone, they in return they will kill him. I don't know what's the name.
Revenge.
Yeah, something like that. It's like, in the Sharia, if somebody kills someone, they will kill him. But there is a tweak here which I didn't notice, so I will share it with you sometime when we are discussing about these matters. It's very, very horrible. Yeah. Okay.
Wiser, we have here people from all around the globe. We have your Canadians, um, Norwegians, okay, Germans,
Yeah.
Africa.
Yeah.
What do you have to tell them about the danger?
Well, to be honest with you, there are two sides of the story. First of all, is self-awareness, which is very important. The second thing is action. I think the problem is action, because what I noticed is, from the many people think if they start debating logically with Muslims, and like trying to convince Muslims that the Islam is this and that, and show them the issues, then it will resolve the problem. But the problem with that is, I don't see that, to be honest. I know a lots of people who know the issue, but they don't want to change mind. For them, what God, Allah said to them is the truth. Doesn't matter if it's logical or if it is not. It doesn't matter for them. Okay? So it doesn't work, to be honest, and it's lengthy. It's not going to solve any issue in short term that we need, because the issue is really urgent, in my opinion. The solution wouldn't be in this way, in my opinion. Well, I don't want to stop people from doing that. This is, in my opinion, important, but this is not going to solve the issue. This is just awareness. But in my experience, awareness from the Muslim side doesn't work like that. You can't convince them. Maybe a few, but the problem is so big. I think the action we need is about now. We can't wait for another decades or centuries. It's now, and we need to think about the immediate actions. To be honest, yeah.
What do you think these actions should be?
Well, the first thing is we need to stop being politically correct. We need to be open up. Um, the second thing is we need to have um, an integrated system of morals. For example, um, Quran prescribes violence. If in some ancient books there are descriptions but not prescriptions. For example, when you look at the stories or look at the history, you can read easily about all the violences that happen to the humankind. But that it is not prescribing the violence. But in Quran, in the other side, opposite, it's prescribing the violence. If you read verses, it's about prescription. So you cannot compare Quran with any other um, books. So we need to really ban this book. We need to stop printing this book in West. We need to stop selling and distributing this book in the West, especially in teaching that in universities or otherwise we should be able to teach the Hitler's book in universities. I mean, I don't see why, for example, Quran is free to be taught, to be sold, and and let this teach children being exposed to that. I don't see the logic. Why we have double standards? If a book is prescribing violence, we need to ban it. This is the first step. The second, we have to stop any ideology is tying with this book, which is based on this book. And we need to ask people: um, would you? What is your priority? Is this the state or the book? Let's see what's the answer. I mean, we can't really let this book and any ideology or cult, if I say cult, based on this book, being, accepted in the society. So anything which is related to that cult need to be questioned and need to be removed from the society immediately, because this cult is in fact prescribing the violence. And we need to talk about this openly in parliaments, in legislation branches, and openly talk to the people. Yeah, and the immediate thing is to vote for those who want to do that. If at least in some countries, important countries, vote to those people who has this sort of mind. This is my suggestion. Yeah.